Hello and welcome for your daily astrology and tarot horoscope brought to you by Nicholas. This is for the weekend of September 26th, which is Friday, through September 28th, which is the Sunday of 2014. Basically, what we have going on is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday, the planet of the day is Venus. It's always good to remember to weekly re-engage with the personal planets in a way where every day represents another personal planet. So here is Friday, and Venus is the planet of the day. And to align with Venus energy, you have to be of beauty, you have to be of attraction. It's the law of attraction. It's the beautiful flower that attracts the bee by not doing anything overt, by just being there and beautiful. And so it's just that law of attraction sort of thing. And on Saturday is the Saturn day, so that's the day for work the plan the work the plan, and cause and effect, as I always like to say, the cause and effect side of things. Definitely, it's a chores day. It's just aligning with that logical nature, just realizing that everything you do has an effect, and it's kind of more of that stoic mentality that I think of. You know, you don't really bitch and complain, you just do the work and let what happens happens. Sunday is the Sunday, so that's all about the sun and shining. And if you really go through and try to align with the planetary energies all week, now Sunday is what I call the shine day, where all your energies and everything's supposed to shine and be amplified of just kind of who you are at your core and your purpose. So, you know, the best way to align with Sunday is just to be bright and just honor your true self. When we get into so for the cards of the day, Friday of the 26th is the Rebirth card. And if you watch my weekly videos, you'll understand that the Hanged Man is the signifier card of the week. And so you have to really pay attention to what that means to you. For the week, so the theme of the week, what this week is all about, the energy that we're trying to explore, the major arcana theme that we're coming to and understanding is the Hanged Man. I'll try to find the card. I do the weekly reading as just sort of, you know, I realize when you do a daily reading, you kind of lose the forest for the trees. You get down into the minutia and you just kind of get into the tactics of things. But what's really helpful is to get a weekly overview. Like, what's this week all about? What are we building towards? And I really believe in the synchronistic idea that if you know, even if thousands of people watch this video, there's 6 billion people on Earth, so that's a very, very small percentage of people. You know, if you're watching this video, you know, the week before, the day before, you get this forecast. It's synchronistic. You're getting the information you need from it. You're learning from it. And so, you know, I mean, what does this message represent for you? This is meaningful to you. This is meaningful to me. It's meaningful to anybody who's actually paying attention and coming to these videos with an open heart and open mind and really trying to apply these things. So this is the Hanged Man, and to me it's sort of like, it's overworldly. It's like being above the world. It's like that spiritual person. You know, the Hanged Man always reminds me of Jesus Christ because he's being crucified, you know, whatever. But this is that mystical experience where this person's completely opened to the real world in order to connect to the spiritual world and really, really digging deep into what it means to them and what their purpose is. And so that's a very powerful card to get for the week. And on Friday, we're coming into this rebirth after 2 days of major arcana cards. So this is just being able to understand your calling in a very humbled and childlike way, where, you know, people talk about higher states of mind or higher states of thinking, and they try to like exalt themselves because they think they're spiritual and they've reached these exalted states. But the reality is, it's sort of like I've heard many mystical masters talk about. It's, you know, they can lose focus, they can lose path, but they can correct course really fast. That's one way to think about it. And another way to think about this card is the fact that the camel is just basically being walked over and has to be led, and you live a life like that. And as soon as you expand your consciousness, you become a lion and you roar and you show who your personality is, you show what you want. And after years of being a lion, you then go into the final, like, childlike, playful, melodic, beautiful. You're able to be sweet with your gifts. And just because you've made it to this childlike, exalted state that this card represents, this rebirth, It doesn't mean that these lower energies are exempt from you. There's going to be times where you get walked all over. There's going to be times where you roar like a lion, but you now have this higher state available to you, and that's just kind of the message I want to remind you about on Friday. If you're invited to be bigger than you are, and in fact you're not if you're doing it, because if you can just take that childlike, sweet, and kind innocence on Friday, you will definitely be able to re-engage in this rebirth that we're going through, that we're experiencing through this Major Arcana card of the Hangman. And then Sunday, September 27th, we go into the 7th of Clouds, which is politics. So just remember, are you being two-faced about something, and who's being two-faced with you? Just be aware of those situations and what you bring to the table. And finally, Sunday is a turning in day. So just remember, this is it's the 4 of water, and so this would be the 4 of cups in many decks. Just remember to, these are all the haters, as people would like to say. These are all the people trying to naysay, and these are all the situations in your life that are causing a lot of stress. This person's completely serene and at peace with it. If you can find some quiet time on Sunday, if you can find a way to really connect with the source, and this is what divination's powerful. If you can really meditate on what this means for you in your life, what this weekly representation is, that's what it's calling you to do today on Sunday, the 28th of 2014. All right, so those are the cards of the day. Now, I like to ask, I've been doing these tarot readings every week and trying to give weekly readings, and it's like, okay, so now let's add to it. Like, let's ask, we've got this rebirth going on, we've got these politics going on, and we've got the turning in going on. Let's connect with the wild unknown and actually do a reading with the wild unknown deck, which I love, and I'm learning through doing these videos. I guess I've been doing it almost for more than a month now. I've been sharing this deck with you. So I'll just pull 3 cards. So let's see what this. Let's get a little bit more insight on what we need to do for the rebirth. All right. So on Friday, this is the 8 of Wands. To me, this is just like individuality, being yourself. Look at those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 wands laying there, and this 8th wand is being struck, standing up, leading the way, being the example. So to me, this is all about being unique, being yourself, letting the you flag fly, but also being bigger and kind of you're kind of the renegade, you're the pioneer, you're going to have to set the tone. It's sort of like, if there's something that you know better than others, if there's a better way of being, you've got to just be your best for today, because don't let the petty things get you down. You're open to this very positive, unique energy with the 8 of Wands, and 8 of Wands is a fire card, so you need to, your mind is going to be set and primed for this rebirth, and your 8 of Wands actions, your ability to just not let these other wands, blacklist color, and ability to stand up for themselves get you down. You know your power. It's time to gracefully and melodically and childlikely exert it and represent that. So the second card for Saturday, the 27th. Oh, this is beautiful. This is the 6 of Wands, and I haven't read the deck, but to me it's kind of like everybody's kind of laying there and they're just being blessed by this beautiful, beautiful rainbow. There's not like, it's just like, it looks like a stark ground and it looks like everything's laying down, but this dark time is leading, there's still rainbows and brightness around. There's just this other world open to you beyond the politics. Yeah, I mean, I think it's setting up for something, I think it's really setting up for the pot at the end of the rainbow, but it's going to seem deceptive. Don't be deceptive. There's a rainbow at the end of this situation that's going to happen on Saturday with those politics. And then Sunday, the turning in card. This is for September 28th, 2014. Final wild unknown card. Whoa. This is the 8 of Pentacles. To me, this is just about resting in your structure. you've got everything. You're happy. You're homed. And if we're letting this go, the turn in, like this spider has 8 pentacles in its web. It's got all the resources it needs. It's doing great, and it can turn in and relax now. I think Sunday is just a real reflection day, or a real turning in day, and we've done something right if we're getting those resources that this card pertains. You know, the 8 of if we've gotten 8 pentacles in our structure and our web, we have many projects going. It's okay to rest now and let them sit for right now. We're on the right path. We're doing things correctly. I mean, that's definitely an auspicious reading for the weekend. All right, and then final, let's get into the transits of the week, the astrology of the week. So on Friday, September 26th, you know, Mars is making its way to a grand trine. It's not there yet. It won't be exact until October 6th. Just know that there's that trine with Jupiter and Uranus. And with any astrological forecasts, you need to really keep in mind that, yes, Jupiter is unexpected good fortune, and Jupiter is good fortune, and Uranus is the unexpected. So the translation of a trine, which is a very easygoing and powerful aspect, is unexpected good fortune. But that's just the general forecast for the day. That energy is available. It has to be, you know, aspecting your chart in a certain way. And are there certain areas in your where is this going in? Where's this energy kind of flowing in your chart? Just look at the house system. So if you have no planets aspecting this, just look at the areas. I think this is happening in the 7th house for me, and this is happening in the 11th house for me. So how are these areas in my life being stimulated by any type of good fortune, unexpected events that are just kind of more fortuitous? Is that happening? And it's just a time to reflect on that. If you have no planets, you know, this is just the general energy. I mean, it may not be happening for you if you have nothing going on there, and the rulers of those, you know, houses are very weak or not very aspected or integrated in your life. So it's just an idea to, you know, just remember that the grand trine's coming up. Not a very busy astrological weekend. That's why I've combined the forecast, the 26th, 27th, and 28th today. Saturday the 27th, Scorpio enters, Mercury enters Scorpio at 3:39 p.m. So Scorpio is the deep, dark, you know, sex, rebirth, regeneration, you know, the phoenix coming out of the flames. You know, the very high side of it's represented by the eagle flying and soaring high, very powerful. You know, Scorpio is all that type of energy. Mercury's going down into there and understanding its communication. So definitely, you know, this is a time for more serious communications to really get down to the bottom and the deep penetration of things. Things, you know, when Mercury goes into to Scorpio, it's more of, you know, it's a fixed energy, so it's very, very stubborn. Just look for those kind of energies, but remember that Mercury's going to retrograde on October 4th, and it'll station, and then it's going to go backward again, so it's going to come out of Scorpio. So just pay attention to any, like, thoughts that you have. If there are any dark, deep, penetratable, you know, occult thoughts, you know, that's what Scorpio is all about. Pay attention to those thoughts, or if you can journal them, that would be great, and then reflect on them as Mercury goes backward over the over those degrees again. It'll be interesting to see what insights you get. And then on Sunday, September 28th, the moon is going to sextile Venus, which just means it's going to happen at 8 o'clock a.m. Pacific Daylight Time and last for a while. So the earlier mornings of Sunday are going to be very peaceful and pleasant. Mercury and I mean, Venus and the moon are very, you know, they're the feminine planets. They're very receptive, and Venus is the lesser benefic, so she brings just a little bit pleasantness and kindness and beauty to the emotions of the day. So it's going to really start out very nice. And yeah, I mean, that's all that's going on for the forecast for the week. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them for me. My name's Nicholas. Yeah, if you'd like to book a session with me, you can go to my website and just click the astrology page. I have all the information there. So thank you so much for watching, and have a great, great weekend.